look at this speg root. Real quick.
Yeah, like the guy put a video on his YouTube for it, like on the page on PMC, and like he even himself makes it out to be a meme, and that makes it like really frustrating how he's already gotten so much more traction on it. Like I don't dislike it by any means. I think
It's just you're jealous.
yeah, I am extremely jealous when I've when I've put
Well, okay, here's
more
the
than
thing.
7 months of effort
Here's
into
the
it.
thing. You can assume that both have been worked on for around the same amount of time. The only thing is that, again, that video, like, you've never made it a focus to advertise, so I think you're fine. Like, if you actually really pushed it, then and had more than just, hey, it's a screenshot, whoa, you know, like with this guy, he took at least like 3 seconds to like throw it in MS Paint, and like you can
Yeah, but
tell it's
like
like, eh.
I don't have any like artistic qualities about me that could help advertise it. I don't know really how to edit. I don't know like how to draw something up good for myself.
It's easy. You look at something you like and you copy it.
I
And you
need
put your own spin on it. That's pretty much it.
put the resource pack back on.
Like for the icons, like for my desktop, right? I didn't make all. Well, you know, I had something to base it off of. Like I took their initial design language and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna translate it into something that I like and to something that I can do with my own stuff. You know, like the only thing that was actually here was supposed to be Firefox and music. But no, I made Discord, Steam, all the Adobe stuff, settings, like that's not stuff that, you know, you'd originally see. It's just, oh, I made it. Why? Because I wanted to. And it looks nice because I put time and consideration and thought into it. It's not that hard.
It is for me.
Surprisingly. Well, you just need to get good. No, I'm kidding.
Like I really don't know where to start with a lot of it.
It's just a thing you feel out, in all honesty. You could actually legitimately, I'd have a deep conversation with Cassidy trying to understand um how she gets it, because like,
But by the way, please no real names on stream.
oh, you're on stream.
Yeah, I told you this.
Okay, no, but no, I feel like you'd be able to, like, I mean, just talk and see, you know, see where she's coming from. Because it's clear that she has a lot of super good ideas. It's just that, like, understanding how to go about it and understanding like where to start, that's the hardest part. So but I don't think that it's I think you're giving yourself, I think you're making it a little difficult on yourself right now for no real reason. Like, it's easy. I mean, I could probably whip something up, in all honesty. But I don't know what you'd want, so that's the issue.
That's really the root of my issue. I don't know what I want.
Oh, well, then that's something you got to think about.
And I have. It's just I can't come to like a concrete consensus with myself until I just actually do it.
Well, talk to a couple of friends, or maybe talk to, I
Bold
don't
of
know,
you to
just
assume I have other friends.
hey, no, but like talk to some, hell, talk to chat, talk to people in the
Bold
Discord.
of you to assume there's a chat.
Well, at least talk to the people on the Discord then. Like,
I do know what I want to do for like the big 1.0 update, and I don't want to like spoil anything with,
wisps!
but no,
Boss wisps!
putting out a premature preview.
So, no boss wisps?
No,
Dang. I'm disappointed.
wisps aren't even a big part of the plan lore. It's just like they're nice ambience.
Ambience that tries to kill you sometimes.
Only one of them, and they're extremely rare.
Just on April Fools, you decide to crank the spawn rate by like 50
I,
times.
I actually have had to already fight one of the fighter wisps.
Ooh. I'm sure it's so much fun.
It was tense. I was it was going in and out through walls because I was in a cave. It was like, ooh, I was struggling.
Ooh.
Ooh. Oh, so if you want to know where I'm at in this playthrough right now, I have not yet found diamonds, but I have been mining for ages.
So you haven't been mining diamonds?
And not mining diamonds, but I have been mining.
What a shame.
What am I mining for? If you want to like, take a look at my stats, I have decent speed, a little bit of block breaking, a couple of shield hearts.
Oh, that's cool. Now it's now showing the difficulty. That's new.
Yeah, that's been a thing
For how long?
for at least a month.
Okay, well maybe I just don't use that then.
My armor is all prot rated, and I just buffed the prot armor too, so hopefully that helps.
Why aren't you min-maxing?
Because I'm trying to test out new stuff. It's a playtest, bro. I'm using one of the shields. It's the attack shield. And right now my weapons aren't augmented, save for my bow, which provides extra crit chance.
Nice. It'd be interesting if some of the
Well,
bows.
everything except that piece of coal.
It'd be interesting if some of the bows had different. How do I put it? Different draw speeds.
That's functionally impossible, sadly.
I figured, but still sad. Like if you could have like just English longbow,
Yeah.
like triple the power, triple the range, but it takes like 2 times as long to draw back. That would be super neat.
The thing about the bows is that if I were to be able to change their draw speed, I would need to be able to edit data directly associated with the player instead of data around the player. And data packs don't let you do that for whatever. Ooh.
Oh, what if What if? Ooh, there you go. What if haste? What if haste dictated your draw speed?
I would like that actually.
Like functionally, like
a
because
shame
you'd
I
have to
can't
be
do
in
it.
beacon range, huh?
I said it's a shame I can't do it.
Yeah, if only they did it with swords, it'd make freaking haste like the most broken.
Right as I was turning around, getting my shield ready.
Aw, man.
Thankfully, I'm playing with keep inventory on because I'm playing with EP loss on death.
So we back in the mine.
I'm playing with the settings on the server, so at least I kept that.
The creeper's trying to steal all my stuff again. Except, too bad, I have keep inventory on. Screw you, creeper. Creepers are no match for me when I have hacks. Oh yeah.
It's game rules. It's totally fair.
Is it a game rule now?
Yeah, it's always been a game rule.
I thought it was always a what do you call it? Not a bucket thing, but like a plugin thing, or a data pack thing at least.
Get away from the spider. I don't want that.
I don't want that.
Can I hit a single crit?
No.
Please.
No.
Yeah, it's this way. I'm already getting lost in my own space. It was down here. Yeah, it was down here. Any survivors?
No.
The gunpowder dropped. That's a taunt. I'm not liking the sound of that baby zombie. I should be mostly safe though because I made them weaker than normal ones.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's welcome
I mean, they're
change.
still fast, but they can't use the ability or anything.
They're 10 times weaker, but 15 times faster.
No.
And they're invisible. And they spawn in swarms of 15.
They latch onto the back of your head, and the only way to get them off is to dunk yourself in lava.
Actually, there's no way to do it. You just have to die.
Ouch.
Real rough.
Nice, triple crit.
But you have literally no idea what you want to do in terms of like
self-promotion
art. In terms of art direction.
I mean, like, same art style of Minecraft.
Yes. Very, very informative.
Yes.
Oh, I want it to look like Terraria. Actually, it's... Oh, this is completely off topic, but the art style between Terraria and Minecraft is surprisingly different.
They're both survival sandbox games. They're not allowed to have differences.
Minecraft is just 2D Terraria. Big brain wrong statement right there.
The forest is just 3D Minecraft.
Little Big Planet is just Minecraft, but
With ragdolls.
with evil vacuum cleaners.
I think I'm gonna get that second haste upgrade.
At least you managed to mine all those diamonds before the creeper exploded. Although I didn't.
I did not get all of them.
Oh, you didn't?
No.
Oh, I thought you did. Never mind.
Can I get it now? No. Dang. I don't even have any master upgrades yet either. That's jank.
What isn't janky?
Your mom?
I think that's a compliment.
Yes.
Professional streamers right here.
No.
Yes.
No.
No.
I don't want that. Riveting gameplay.
I need to get back in the mine. Get my pickaxe swing. Damn it. I hate myself for that.
Yes.
Thanks.
I need more.
You're gonna make another portal now?
Yeah.
Hmm.
That's where you really start earning big experience.
Yes, by grinding, by killing piglins now. Because they're not pigmen! Whoa! I feel like Minecraft in general has put like a massive importance on zombies now, for some reason. Just like, everything can be a zombie now. Including you! Actually, I don't
Oh,
know
that
that.
was me. I did that. Y'all heard of the affliction? I did that.
That's vampirism, duh.
Actually,
That's not zombification.
Oh, I need my water. I'm a big dummy.
Give me the water. Now here's the real question. Do you make your nether portals with or without corners?
Well, I'm kind of starved for one more obsidian, but not for long.
It really matters.
All right, yeah, let me just get it.
Yes. When you're mining
Wait, no,
bedrock.
hold on. Let me do a Bernie Sanders.
Yeah, there you go. When you're mining bedrock for 15 years and you let off the mouse button.
No. I get anything? Alright, now the actual question, though, is can I remember how to get back to the base?
No.
That is a very good question, actually. I have no idea where
Yep,
some
the
of this
answer is
is.
no.
Oh, I think I'm making progress. Yeah, I remember this. But still probably no.
No.
Something's gonna kill me.
Another creeper.
Now the question is, should I be playing on hot or tortuous?
Torturous.
Because I'm only on hot right now.
Make it harder. Make it way harder than it needs to be.
Alright, let me just put on the secret difficulty.
Up, left, right, ABA. No.
You joke, but you do realize like there is a secret
Yes, I know. I know. Except it's not a secret code for 10 extra lives. It's just making the game harder. Because you're a masochist.
Yeah, you put in the Konami code to instantly die.
Why is that so funny?
It isn't.
Except it is. That's the concerning part.
I get the feeling that this isn't the cave I want. Wait, no, it absolutely is. I'm too used to just being able to slash home.
Dang. Real unfortunate.
No, just... I mean, I could just die. Oh. Pikachu, use die!
He died.
Do I have any... Yes, okay, good. No chickens from that. Dang. I want the portal somewhere where it won't be annoying. Over here.
That's news? I'm sorry.
Alright, let's see. The game's lagging from generating the new nether. Ooh. I know that thing's gonna mess me up. I'm gonna fight it anyways. It's already aggroed on me. Oh my goodness. That's a lot of damage.
Oh, that wasn't long lasting.
Right, I still need to add drops for nether gold. It's still weird to me that they changed the sound for netherrack. I think it's more thematic, but it's just weird that they changed it.
Well, I'm glad they changed the freaking texture.
Did you mean I heard it red?
It's cobblestone but red.
And stone is just cobblestone, but inverted.
Yeah. Wait, actually?
Yep.
No, I was making a joke, but you know, I didn't stop and consider. Imagine Minecraft, but all the textures are inverted.
I don't like to imagine that.
No, no, you do.
No.
Yeah. Minecraft, but it's in Major G. You should make a meme mod pack or data pack.
That was an accident. And a mistake.
Hey, look, it's me. No, not making that joke today.
You're still running at me. That's not good. That's not good. And I didn't even get the pearl. Oh my goodness. I am not prepared.
You're not prepared. Oh, just turn up the difficulty then. Again. Don't actually. Is it odd to you that moblins can burn in lava? Yeah. People have already used it for farms, for food farms and all that. Because now suddenly that gold's like fairly important for bartering for those types of farms. People aren't using golden carrots anymore. Or that's the idea anyway. Spam instant damage potions.
That one dropped the transmutation flute.
Ooh.
Get it. Okay, it's the bad one, but I still got it. That was unnecessarily stressful.
Nah, totally necessary. I'm being very helpful right now. Just adding paint, just adding more punishment.
Okay, so for our first nether trip, I think hello there.
Yes.
Alright, we're good. Just saw
As you were.
single piglin charging me. Are you watching?
Yeah.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
Partially, anyway.
going to feel wrong cooking pork chop from.
Nom nom nom. Don't feel bad.
No,
It's just
it's just like, ooh, that's weird.
you're just eating their flesh. It's no big deal. It's yummy. You know, now that I think about it, I actually haven't had like just plain pork chop. It's always been marinated in something. I don't even know how it is, like by itself.
I think it's pretty good. Definitely depends on how it's cooked, though. It's easy to get pork chop that just sucks.
Well, it's easy to get meat in general that just sucks.
But it's especially easy to overcook pork chop by a little bit, and it's just
Oh
delicious.
yeah, and it's just like dry and terrible.
Yeah.
No, that's unfortunately typically what happens. Although I find if I'm cooking the super thin slices, I that generally isn't an issue. It's just mildly interesting.
So I'm immediately going to go back into the Nether and try bartering.
You have at least one piece of gold on you, or gold
I have a
armor.
lot. I have an easy 300 ingots.
Because I'm not. Do you know how that system works now? Like the armor and
Uh-oh.
whether or not they care. They
Uh-oh.
care. What?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
What? Gas giving you trouble?
No. If there's a wisp, I don't want to start messing with it.
Oh, oh. Make sure keep inventory is turned on. Are you now? got a lot of good stuff from them.
Yeah, pearls are what I want. So that would beat the game. I'm also doing this for the EP drops.
Remember back when people thought that like whenever the end came out, people were like, "Oh, there's an end to Minecraft," and then it's just it's just another dimension. Sorry. And then Minecraft Story Mode came out.
I'm attracting a small army.
I overall think piglins are a much better design than just regular old zombie pigmen.
Yeah,
Like I feel like
them better
piglins
too.
are.
I just feel like the name change to say simplified is a little misguided. It's like it's fine. What was the reason?
Continuity.
It's the opposite.
Continuity.
I like how they're afraid of their own size, but then they see gold, they're like,
Well, everyone knows what happens to the zombies. They die. They get eaten by the plants.
the plants.
And yeah, because they don't want you on your lawn. There's zombies on the lawn, and they want you to get off of the lawn. You know how this works. It's been a thing since like 2006, 7. Actually, probably more like 2008.
That's it. Stop. Oh, come on, that was right. No gas tier. Oh, they were mad at me because I was taking the gold.
Because you what now? Sorry.
Because I was taking the gold from the ground.
What, like mining it?
Yeah.
Oh. Interesting. I mean, not that you'd really be going to the nether to mine gold, but whatever.
I mean, now, yeah.
Yes, I'm gonna go to the nether exclusively just to mine gold.
Yeah, you're kind of underestimating how good gold is now.
No, I'm saying just get a piglin farm.
They don't directly drop it anymore.
They drop enough so that if you have a decent farm, you could make plenty of gold. Just need to be AFK.
No, to my knowledge, they just straight up don't drop it anymore.
They do. Still very much a thing. Mind you, though, I think it's mostly nuggets, but that's beside the point. Like, I'm pretty sure the rare spawns are still there. I mean, even then, what you can do is just take the swords and armor and stuff and just smelt that. And oh shoot, what do you call it? So the new furnace type block, except it has more functions. Blast furnace.
It has less functions.
Whatever. Still cooks food. That's all that really matters.
No, it doesn't.
Wait, it doesn't?
The blast furnace can't cook food.
No. Well, at least it looks cool.
Ooh, one of the new biomes.
You were already in a new biome.
Well, yes, but this is the cool one.
Ooh, the crimson. I was gonna try and make a joke there, but crimson forest. You like red?
You like jazz?
No. Actually, I generally don't like jazz. I don't really know what it is. It's just...
It's jazz.
It's just jazz! You know, I want to know how many different types of drugs the writers for the B movie were on. And it had to at least be like 15 concurrent just stuff. Because seriously, like, what's the plot? Like, there is one, and there's been like some thought given into it. The question is why? That's what I really want to know. I mean, could be worse. You could be surrounded by a bunch of soul sand, and everything's on fire. Oh wait, they already did that.
Which makes me hate them more.
Too bad it's like... It's a super cool, yeah, super cool biome. Like, the concept for it is super neat.
And then the execution is just fireball speed.
I mean, just get soul walker, soul speed, something like that. Makes it ridiculously, like, easy to traverse. Huh?
I don't like soul speed, like, conceptually.
I like it. It makes makes it so that you can run super fast. Like, super duper fast.
We already have a block that's for contextual speed.
Yeah, but what about you just have that? Well, actually, you don't combine it. You use water, and then you use, like...
You waste armor durability by putting soul speed on your piece. So it's
yeah,
like...
but mending is smart now, so it's like, eh.
It's also very hard to get in the early game, whereas soul speed is considered trash, and you just get it all the time.
Mending's fairly easy to get if you just get an AFK fish farm.
Not anymore. They killed those.
I think they brought that back? I don't remember.
No.
Hold up.
No, they didn't do anything with that.
Huh. And how are people farming mending?
Villager trading, which is a pain and a half to set up.
Oh yeah. Still could be worse. Could be far worse.
That doesn't mean it's good.
I still think it's good.
That wasn't in reference to soul speed, just like in terms of game progression.
Oh.
Terrible thing to have to set up a convoluted farm
I mean, it still could be worse.
for something that's part of intended game progression.
Not sure if fish farms were also a part of intended well, you say that.
Fish farms were never needed unless you want mending, which I still didn't like that back then.
Now that's something I don't get.
You shouldn't have to sit there and AFK at your machine in a game primarily designed for single player in order to get something.
I mean, that's also like how you do how you get to the late game is just by grinding for materials. Unless if you just want to do.
Yeah, but you have to actively do most of the stuff in this game, which is what I'm all about. Like feeling like you're earning your progression instead of just going, yeah, I just looked up a tutorial and spent 30 seconds slapping this together using the lowest level materials I could make it out of, and now let me AFK for 2 hours, and now I have endgame stuff. Neat.
That's not really the intent.
That isn't the intent. It's what
Like
happens.
the intent is that like AFK fish farms in my eyes were always like mid late game. It's like it would be before you got everything, like all your tools set up, and it would be before you had all these crazy, ridiculous farms and like item sorters and all that cool stuff.
I
But
still,
it would be the step to get to that point.
which is still the problem that I'm trying to say. Like I said, AFK fish farms are mid game or no, early game because that's when you can do them. You can do them at any point so long as you have at least one redstone. So what I'm trying to get at is having to AFK in a game designed for single player and that being the most efficient way to do something is not good.
I don't know. I don't really think it's that big of an issue.
It isn't a huge issue, but it's still undesirable. I'm talking super irritated because I've been playing this game forever, like actively, and it really bugs me to think that, oh, yeah, I could do it the legit way, or I could not have fun.
I mean, I don't find grinding meaninglessly for hours to try and get something just to die in the end and not even have enough to do what you want to do not very appealing. I'd rather just, oh, I have to AFK? Sure, okay. I'm gonna go and set this up. I'll go and do this, and then I'm gonna go and, like, do something else. Like, I mean, I don't play as many games, so I guess that's a difference. In the games that I typically play, I play for longer because I don't have as much variety. But I don't, and that's just how I grew up. But I don't, like small issues. I'm like that. Like, oh, I have to go AFK. I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. I'd rather have an AFK farm that produces something versus having to actively grind away doing super monotonous stuff.
And I agree with that, but you shouldn't be forced to sit there in order to actually have that AFK farm going. Like, an actual farm in this game, I'm completely fine with because you can go and do other things while your crops are growing, or your livestock is doing its whatever. But having to sit there and lock your game down for that long of a time to just you know, get mending, which is a very important part of the end game, it sucks.
I mean, you
That's
act like
time
it.
I would
You
rather
act
spend
like
playing.
spending 2 hours is like the end of the world.
Yes.
What? You don't know? You don't know how many hours are in a day and how many days there are in a year? It's a lot.
You know
I
what I
really
mean
don't
by
think
that,
2 hours
right?
is going to kill you.
No, it's not going to kill me. It's going to kill my interest in the game, and that's why it's a bad thing. Because having to sit there and grind the pace to a literal halt to do something menial for an endgame item is just straight up bad. And that kills my interest in the game because it's something I don't want to do. It's something
You
I,
don't want to do absolutely nothing.
yes, exactly.
What?
Because when I'm doing that absolutely nothing, I can't also be doing something else, like a regular
I
farm.
mean, you could just alt tab and play another game or watch a video
But
or
I want to
watch.
play this game. That's the problem.
I get what you mean, but I also don't. I get where you're coming from. I just don't think I agree.
I just know that my opinion's not getting changed on this. I think that if AFK farms in which
I'm
you don't
just
have
trying to
to do
understand. That's all. I'm
anything
not trying
else
to change your opinion.
are terrible from a design standpoint. And AFK fish farms, they're not intentional design. It's just that there's there was nothing done about them for the longest time, and they were got to the point of being an integral part of the game, even if they were not intended.
I mean, I'm not trying to.
Again, I don't like.
I mean, keep in mind, I'm just trying to understand.
Yeah, and I'm trying to explain it. I don't know what you don't understand about it. Like, you might like it, yeah. I don't. I've explained why. Now, the reason I liked the old Pigman farm that worked before this update was mainly because that's a huge effort on the player's part to actually get it working, and when it is working, you don't have to run it for very long at all in order to get what you need out of it.
Mm.
Maybe 10 minutes of basking in your efforts to actually get that thing working, that monstrosity of a gold farm.
They're actually, I was about to say it's not that bad. Now that I think about it, doing it
It's
the ways that
very
I doing it the ways that I can think of off the top of my head are a little intensive. Surprisingly, getting an obsidian farm is not that hard.
it's risky though, that's the thing.
Obsidian farms?
Yeah, managing withers.
No, you don't use withers. You use the end.
Then this is a completely different farm I haven't heard about.
I think it's a newer design where basically it uses a
Is it regenerating the end pillars?
no, it uses a style of chunk loading that reloads the obsidian platform that you spawn on.
Oh, it's just chunk loading. Yeah, I would consider that legit.
Oh well.
I mean, if you're playing on an anarchy server, of course it's legit, but basically any other instance, it's basically cheating.
I don't know.
Assuming it is chunk dupe.
I don't think it is. Like, what do you mean by chunk duplication?
So you overload it with data so that when it unloads, no changes were made since you
No,
last visited.
no, that's not it at all. Although I believe it's a multiplayer only thing. I'm not sure though. But it's pretty much just uses a chunk loader, reloads because it's trying to spawn something. It's acting as if something is spawning in. I believe it's just sending an item back and forth, back and forth. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's just a hopper clock ejecting items into the end. It reloads the end. Because you mined out the blocks that were supposed to make it so that the items weren't going to fall into the void, and then you just rinse and repeat. So
Sounds vaguely cheating
to me it's an exploit, but a reasonable one at that. It's just like abusing mechanics of the game.
Fishing is an exploit.
Yes, but I think AFK fishing is fine. You don't think it is.
I'm not going to stop anyone from doing it. It's just I don't like that it's part of the game.
Well, it's not anymore.
What?
Huh?
What? What'd you say?
Well, it's not anymore.
You can still AFK fish for low-level items. Just not.
I want to AFK fish for fish.
If you're trying to kingpin a server economy with fish.
I mean, that's not a terrible idea. Why didn't I think of that? Oh my goodness, I could have made so much money.
Because the rate at which you earn it is capped out. That's satisfying.
No, but I didn't even think of making a AFK fish farm, period. And like a lot of the servers that I joined as a child. And like I could have like totally broken the economy.
With an AFK fish farm? Oh. I'm thinking with current rates. But... Well, no.
This is like 2 years ago.
Because like anyone can do it, which means anyone will do it.
It's not that anyone will do it. It's that the people are too stupid to do it.
Or they just don't.
This is I think it was a prison server, I think.
You call me stupid for not liking AFK fishing?
What?
You call me stupid for not liking AFK fishing?
No, but oh my goodness, that server. It was weird.
I lived.
Good job.
I lived, I get a gold star.
No, but there was like a secret underground for that server there was like a secret underground market, because how it worked is that there was a plot system in the world, right?
Yeah.
Which would warp you from a completely different dimension, so whatever. But the thing is that they hastily put it together. All they did was basically just world edit. Oh, we're gonna level it and copy paste like a bunch of plots, and then like have like the framework of like applying for land, blah blah blah. Right?
Yeah.
So if you went out far enough, which because the server was out for so long, it wasn't that hard. It's just that you could find natural world generation. Now there was a shop there that had a lot of the items in the game. But the problem was that said shop was outdated. Like, very outdated. It only had, like, a certain amount of blocks. This was about this was about 4 or 5 years ago. So this was when, it wasn't called Terracotta at the time. It was just called hardened clay. But that was, when hardened clay was new and the mesa biomes and all that kind of stuff. And
It is
so,
1.12. A new
yeah.
update.
And they didn't have stuff like just regular clay, gravel, like just, random blocks. Like you couldn't even get like the diorite or andesite or whatever. So what I did is I actually, and this is really scary because you can only claim one plot at a time, is I actually unclaimed my plot so I could claim another plot in the middle of somewhere and just mine everything.
Huh.
And and thankfully no one stole my plot. Because you can check whether or not a plot is unclaimed or not. There's actually like you could just run a command and you could see like who owns the plot, how long they've owned it for, blah blah blah, right? So what I did is that I had to obviously like get back all these items. So I set a warp point over where it was, and then I had to actually no, I could warp to my plot, and then I had to warp to someone else's plot that I knew was nearby. And I just go back and forth, just ferrying items. And I ended up having, so I ended up mining out the entirety of like this, probably like 100 by 100 by maybe 50 blocks or so of just clay. And I ended up putting it in a secret compartment on my plot because if the mods saw it, I'd probably get kicked, and that would be really sad because I had a lot of emotional attachment to it at the time. And what I wanted to do after that is I wanted to like get people's like emails and whatever, and like just underhand like, hey, do you want some hardened clay? I'll sell it to you. You just have to like /pay me and I'll come over and I'll give it to you. So you could go and build with it. I thought it was really funny. So, and interestingly enough, one of the other items that was really, really hard to get were ender pearls. Because the only way you could get them was through fishing. The only problem is that there was a XP system for various tasks, right?
Yeah.
So at the time it was probably like MCEXP or something.
No, it was gonna be MCMMO, guaranteed.
Oh, or MCMO, whatever.
Yeah.
Or like some similar thing, whatever. And it made it so that the higher level of skill you had, the harder it was to get junk. And what was considered junk was stuff like leather, string, and ender pearls. So it became increasingly harder and harder to get it, which sucked. I actually ended up getting one, and then I'm like, I wonder if the game would let me throw it. And I did throw it, but the really sad part is that it didn't even let me teleport. It's like, you cannot use this item on this land. I'm like, are you kidding me? You know how hard that was to get? That whole server was about clout, though. Like, it was ridiculous. Like, it was downright disgusting how much, how hard you could try in order to just, oh, I'm cooler because I'm whatever. I have this. And people would try to defend their honor by going into the PvP arenas. And there were like weird items too that you could use. Like there was one, there was just this gun data pack where it turned
Data packs didn't exist back then.
whatever. I don't know. It's the thing that you downloaded that you could play on a vanilla server.
Yeah, those didn't exist back then.
They did.
No, they didn't.
Yeah.
We're talking 1.12 or earlier, right?
Whenever, what was it? What was the server called? Actually, I can't even do that because I don't have it. Um, this is when Hardened Clay was new,
Yeah, so that's gonna be 1.12.
or at least if it was new, it was like a few months out by then. But no, this was 4 years ago.
Yeah, data packs didn't exist 4 years ago.
Well, it definitely was custom. I'm telling you that. Or they had some
I'm not saying it
workaround or
wasn't. I'm
something.
just saying it's absolutely not running on vanilla.
I don't know. Anyway, well, I didn't have to install anything. That's the thing, which I don't know. But anyway, they had these like they turned not armor stems, horse armor into guns, and they shot eggs that did like marginal amounts of damage. It was meant for more of a vanilla style thing where like you know you wouldn't be wearing protection 50 armor or whatever. But it's funny because I could use those because you would end up getting knockback from them. Like personally, you could dual wield deals, and those were my favorite because you could actually jump and then you could just spam it and you'd be able to go up like 3 blocks into the air. I'm pretty sure I told you that, but I managed to get out of bounds with it before.
I need a little bit more obsidian just so I can get an enchantment table.
Ooh.
Ha! That took off a lot of durability. Oh, right, I'm on tortuous now. Careful. Uh,
Regen.
I'm thinking maybe I should have just spec'd for max health and not regen.
Meanwhile, me maximum speed. Oh. Yes, my favorite.
If I get cornered in here, I'm screwed. be nice if I could get just one other viewer. Just one. This is all I want.
It's not gonna happen. You know, I wonder how many kids who played Minecraft ended up getting lost in the Nether, and they're like, "Oh, I just went here and I got my diamond gear," and then they just realize that they can't.
Oh, oh, you know how I said I just wanted one viewer.
Yeah,
It happened.
yeah, it's me.
It better not be, please.
It's been 2 for like an hour.
It's saying
I'm
3 right
sorry.
now, so that's
I'm
nice.
sorry to inform you. Unless if Twitch doesn't count yourself, which I
It
don't know if
does.
it does.
It does.
Huh?
It does. I've been accounting for that.
Yeah. Sorry.
Rip.
I told you I'm watching. You don't believe me.
No, the counter's been at 2 for like an hour.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so that'd be me and you.
Yep. Great stream. Woo! You have VODs, don't you?
Yep.
Ah, beautiful. Hmm.
F.
You have to be cemented into life.
Oh no, they have left. I can feel my strength draining. How will I live without my internet clout? Look, ma, 3 Twitch viewers.
You know, I feel bad for the mothers who have to actually to respond to something like that, unironically.
I'd like to believe that there was a point in which the Minecraft Parodies kid was doing it unironically.
Aw.
I do want to save these boots because they are a rare drop. F it. Enchanting table out in the open.
Oh no, someone's gonna steal it.
Well, good on them. Herobrine has joined the game.
Oh.
Hey, bro. Got any enchanting tables? How do you...
Imagine if enchanting tables had durability like anvils.
I forget. How do you actually use a... or the creating obsidian and crafting recipes?
I thought I thought you were gonna say how do I use an enchanting table, and I was just
Oh, okay, I see.
I was gonna be very disappointed for a second.
Yeah, we're going on a long game design tirade about how AFK fish farms are bad, and then lacking basic fundamental understanding of the game in question.
How does a crafting table work?
It doesn't.
Oh. Just imagine being told that. Like, how does this work? It doesn't. Great tutorial. I mean, that's 99% of what do you call it? What's that website that does all those really stupid tutorials? WikiHow, I think. Yeah.
I need a steady source of food.
Just make an AFK fish farm.
No! I do have the golden sights of confidence, though.
When you use your only gold to make a clock. You know, it would be nice if the clock was actually used in crafting. Like, just that would be pretty cool. Instead, it's just a mildly well. Okay, the clock and the compass are both mildly useless.
The compass is pretty useful now.
I was about to say the clock less so, or more so, because the compass at least can point you in a heading if you don't want to use F3.
No, the
Which is
compass can actually just point you straight home now.
what?
Yeah,
Since when?
since they added lodestone blocks.
What? Oh, that's cool. I had no idea. Although losing yourself in like when you have an elytra, I find that a little hard to believe. But that's cool.
Do I have any seeds? No, dang, but I do have bones. You know what?
No.
Chad way to cut your lawn.
Just be like Link and cut it down with a sword, yelling, "Yeah!" When money doesn't grow on trees, but it comes just from the grass instead.
These are also going to be useful in my feather farm.
Feather farm?
Yeah, because I'm trying to use an archery build.
Oh.
Keyword trying, but I don't have enough arrows.
Just get infinity!
At this point in the game, I literally can't.
Just get an AFK fishing farm!
Was that ever able to give you infinity?
Yeah.
Hmm.
AFK farms give you pretty much every single enchant, including mending.
That makes me like it less.
It didn't just give you mending. You could also get, like, the cool thing with it is that the the road to entry is super small, because you could literally just do it with a regular bow or a regular fishing line. Because you could also get the enchants from the fishing rods as well, or you could flat out just get better fishing rods you can use. I mean, I thought you were already aware of that, but just to give you another reason. Although you cannot get tier 5 enchants, but only tier 4. Although if you could get efficiency 5, that would be kind of crazy.
It's still kind of a moot point, though, because you could just get 2 instances of efficiency 4 and combine
It just takes longer. That's the only difference.
Even worse.
Honestly, the biggest issue is XP. Because you generally want a supplemental XP farm if you're gonna try and gear up with it. I mean, listen, it's noob friendly, okay?
Oh, it's a quick burst of 3 and then it... Okay.
It's extremely noob friendly. Which means it's friendly for me, because I know jack about redstone. I can't even make a properly functioning 3x3 door. Seriously. Well, I can, it just doesn't open up in the way that I want it to. Like, I wanted to have it so that there's a double piston extension on the bottom, but it never worked. So I couldn't get the middle block to go away. So every single time I used it, I just placed a block in there. Since it was supposed to be a secret door. It's kind of depressing. Actually. when you're the type of guy to have the, when you're the type of guy who plays GTA 5 and has the La Cucaracha horn on. I don't know.
Don't know what that is. This is a very awkward nether spawn.
Imagine if there was nether storms.
I absolutely do not want to fight those hoglins on Tortuous right now.
Actually, a weather update for Minecraft would be super neat. Have like natural disasters or whatever. Or like harsher versions of biomes that are already there, so that are inclement to more extreme weather. Actually, I have a question for you. How would you feel about a thirst system in Minecraft? No?
I don't like that idea.
Really? Why? You don't? You feel like it's not necessary for?
I feel like it'd just be annoying.
It's not a survival enough game to warrant it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Minecraft was originally supposed to be a
Looks at Minecraft dungeons. Yeah, Mojang should just hire you.
No, they shouldn't.
Make RPG Minecraft. Do I get to play as Byleth in Minecraft?
Ah! Oh, I hit it.
When do I get to play as Pikachu? No. No.
Oh, I didn't kill it. Oof. I'm just gonna stop bothering with that for now. Erupt saved my life. Try taking my nether gold if those piglins were. I find it an interesting design choice that the zombie versions of these creatures are like better to have around.
Well, what do you mean better to have around?
They scare off the regular piglins who are hostile normally.
Oh. I mean, other than that, they don't really have any other purpose.
I mean, nice ambience.
Could someone explain to me why piglins are attracted to freaking turtle eggs?
So really,
Like, that is a mechanic.
yeah, regular zombies are too.
Like, is it just a way to make mob farms easier?
Probably, honestly.
Because they're not the hardest thing to farm, it's just, it makes no sense.
My shield's already taken a lot of damage even though I just repaired it.
Damage.
That's why I added the special items.
I get to tout the mod. I get to tout my mod pack the stream.
Basically, it. I do like the new Nether a lot.
I don't think there's a person who doesn't like it. I'm gonna be honest. What?
Speedrunners hate it.
Well, I feel like speedrunners are probably the least, like they're probably one of the smallest communities in that game. Like, in all honesty.
I just like find the concept of speedrun in this game really weird.
Like, you could speedrun maps, but even then, it's like, yes.
Is that my computer lagging? No. No, it wasn't. What enemy group do magma cubes belong to? I don't feel that death was earned at all. Advancements. No function. They're just part of the default hostile group for like that's used in mob buffing for this. So I don't know what happened there. The math doesn't work out. I think my computer might have just lagged for a little bit and I took 2 hits back to back. Well, might as well try again. Let's try stream hiding. That sounds interesting. Didn't get the experience from that, but that's okay. think I should just be wearing a piece of gold. I think that'd make this exploration a lot easier.
And just wear full gold armor.
Just get maximum swag.
Maximum swag and minimum durability. It's my nickname in college.
See him there.
I feel like this is a concept overdone to death, but it would be kind of neat if you could mix armor types with one another to get like benefits.
What do you mean?
So say you have like a chainmail piece, right? Like a chainmail chest plate, and then you add leather and then you add like a leather chest piece to it. You could have it so that,
Hey,
huh?
I got dead again.
Oh, but say
Right off
say
cliff.
there's an encumberment factor. Leather would make it so that you could, like, leather chain would have 80% of the 80% of the health reduction and durability as straight up chain without it being without having a penalty, for example. And like maybe diamond has like elemental resistances or something, so there's actually a reason you can use it, and like, just giving reasons to use different sets of armor rather than just,
I
oh,
wish I could
netherite
do
is
stuff like
best.
that, but
What?
I wish I could do stuff like that, but like I've just been working within my constraints as far as I like really have been able to. Like the gear augmentation system, that's basically as much as I can do with that without meticulously going in and coding special effects for literally everything, which would both be laggy and ooh, a lot of time. Um,
I mean, I was more considering it being like an actual feature of
yeah,
Minecraft instead,
yeah,
because that's much more reasonable.
yeah. I wish I could do that too. It's just like especially for stuff like elemental resistance, that's just not possible.
And it's not even really a factor in Minecraft, at least at the moment. Like, there is no frost. There's just, I'm on fire or I'm in lava. And you have, like, and the problem with that is that you have potions to mitigate it, where you literally just don't take fire damage or like anything. Like, and I feel like if fire resist potions were just removed, that would be super, super mean.
Big mean, yeah. I would hate that. Fire resistance is kind of important.
It is important, especially with the Nether update. People are building in the Nether, like, way more than they ever used to. And, mining the resources in it, and like netherite in and of itself, you're most likely, you know, going to encounter nether pockets, lava pockets. Like, that's just how the cookie crumbles.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna stop the stream for now. Um, and then I'm gonna go grab snacks. So I'm gonna be right back.
All right.